What's up, Bears fans? Usayd Koshul here, live on the Bear Report YouTube channel, and it is officially over. The Bears have gone ahead. They've ended the Justin Fields era. He heads to Pittsburgh, where Chicago's trading Fields, the 11th overall pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, for a 2025 sixth-round pick that could potentially become a fourth round pick in the 2025 draft. Now, there's a lot to break down here, so let's just kind of get right into it. I think number one, when you look at Justin Fields and kind of where he was at in Chicago, there are so many different factors. Number one, the Bears had never really thought that Justin was going to be the guy going into 2024. Ultimately, what it came down to was a handful of factors. You look at where Justin Fields was at in his career. Again, a guy who just wrapped up year three, never really kind of proved that he was going to be the guy. He had multiple opportunities. Yes, he had flashes, but for a regime, a front office, a coaching staff that never really inherited him, it became very apparent that the Fields experiment had kind of run its course in Chicago. And ultimately, Ryan Poles was looking at this whole situation and saying, hey, listen, I spent 2 years trying to build around the guy that I had to inherit. It hasn't really worked out. I deserve my own shot at quarterback. And a lot of those were some of the conversations that took place with ownership as well as the rest of the front office this offseason. You ultimately look at where the Bears are at. They've got the first overall pick and they have the ninth overall pick. Well, guess what? When a player of Caleb Williams' caliber is going to be in the draft and you're picking one overall, I mean, I think it was the worst kept secret in NFL circles this offseason. The Bears were going to go ahead and draft Caleb Williams number one. Everything from our coverage here at Bear Report to a lot of the media reports out there really proved that he was going to go ahead and get traded. Now, what does this mean for Fields' career moving forward? Obviously, he's a first-round pick. It seems to be that the Steelers, who just signed Russell Wilson, don't really view Russ as being kind of this long-term contingency plan. It is more so a situation where the Steelers are looking at Fields and saying, hey, listen, we're going to give you a year to kind of sit on the bench, kind of get you right. And then based on that, we will kind of go ahead and decide where we want to go from here. So he still has a legit chance to go ahead and revive his career, but he lands in a pretty solid situation in Pittsburgh where, quite frankly, Mike Tomlin might be the head coach to kind of go ahead and get the most out of him, really kind of help him revive his career. And so the reality of everything here is simple, is that the Bears offseason moves to kind of denoted where you'd look at the acquisition of a guy like a Keenan Allen, Gerald Everett, even adding to the running back room with DeAndre Swift. There was no doubt in my mind that the Bears were going to go ahead and they were building up the roster, not for a fourth-year quarterback, but really a first-year quarterback. Fields is heading to Pittsburgh. He heads to the Steel City. Again, he'll have time to kind of go ahead, figure this out. And from this point forward, the Bears are fully locked into Caleb Williams, who, it's no secret, the NFL draft is just about 35 to 40 days away. The Bears are about to make Caleb Williams the first overall pick, entering in a new era in Chicago. Ryan Poles gets his shot at a quarterback, something that he kind of has been longing for. He gave Fields another year. It didn't necessarily work out in the 2023 season. There were reports that the Bears were going to send Fields to a team like the Seahawks, a team like the Raiders, how we know and we reported on Bear Report on our VIP boards that they had inquired about him. But at long last, the Bears are ending the Fields era and now sending him to the Steel City as Chicago gets ready for Caleb Williams to hopefully be the guy that can break the quarterback curse once and for all. That's all from me. Like and follow for more.